supposed to be on every single play.
Yeah, it's crazy how good they're coaching, you know, how keen they are to doing everything up to a T, and they're great at doing it, and they don't do it with any flaws. So.
How well do they generate pressure in that kind of defense? Well, I'm assuming the linebackers play a big role in that.
Yeah, they have some blitzes that we're preparing for, and they generate a lot of it on third down. They got kind of like a blitz package they do, so it's stuff we're getting used to, and we're picking it up out there on the practice field, so we'll be ready for it.
How do you approach that? Like, what do the coaches say? I'm sure when you study film of an opposing defensive line, you're like, okay, this is how we attack it. But Alabama, you know, there's no tricks or anything to that. I mean, what did the coaches say? Like, how do you combat it? How do you move the ball against them?
I mean, they tell us what they're going to do, and they're telling us our game plan and what we're going to do to move the ball on them. You know, we know what they're going to do. We know what we're going to do. We just have to execute.
It's been your first trip, I guess, to Tuscaloosa. How do you and some of the other younger guys kind of mentally get ready for that environment?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it is my first trip there, and it's Justin's first trip. It's a lot of our first trips, but you know, Tobias will be with us, Gabe will be with us, and they've all played there, so they'll kind of help us out over there and get us used to it.
Playing next to Gabe the last couple of years, especially when you get out there young, how much has it helped having someone like him with that experience out there?
Gabe's held my hand ever since I got here, you know. He's helped me out with a lot of things, like when I didn't want to, when things weren't going too great. It was my first 2 days, and everything was just in a struggle. Yeah. I talked to him for a couple hours just in the van after practice, just, you know, help me through everything. So ever since then, like the first time I got here, the first couple of months, he's helped me throughout everything on and off the field. So.
You, him, and Tobias this year, you guys have been really strong up the middle. I know Perkins, leading rusher in the SEC, a lot of it has to do with that. Is there anything you credit that to, or has it just been gelling?
I think it's everybody doing the right thing. You know, it's Tyler making the right reads, it's Perk hitting the right holes, and it's us making holes, and it's the receivers, you know, doing well on their blocks too. So I mean, it's everybody doing their job right.
How much better are you feeling now compared to this point, you know, a year ago?
I feel a lot better because, you know, I'm just so more comfortable and so used to it. And last year I was just still kind of jitters, I guess, but now, you know, my nerves, you know, I still get nervous sometimes, but I'm way more calmer, and I know I'm a lot more intelligent out there on the football field.
You were pretty good offensive line, but on the opposite end of the spectrum, that good D line, it's gonna be better for fourth quarter.
What's the key to that D line, that 3-4 they play? What's the key to going against it and having success? Sorry.
Just pad level footwork and finish.
Just the freshest you've felt probably in any season, considering you've been able to take some rest. And how do you think that's going to help you going into this game?
It's going to help me a lot going into this game to be as fresh as I am. I'm feeling pretty good because my snaps been limited all year, so I'm pretty good.
Dylan said that they don't do anything really complicated with that defensive front, that front seven, but they just do it so well. Is that kind of what you've seen on film?
Oh yeah, they're real disciplined, and they do exactly what they're supposed to do. That's what makes them a great team.
You're kind of the papa of the group, I'll say that. You've been watching Gabe Jackson, Dylan Day, these guys as they've been, you know, from when they first got here to where they are now. What have those progressions been like? And obviously Dylan, his second year, really first full year as a starter.
They have really taken leaps, not just steps. They're taking leaps to become better players, and you can see the development. We got a great coach, and he's really developing us as an O-line.
Did you see Medeiros is a guy that could lead the SEC in rushing like he is right now? I mean, you've seen some good backs with Vic, and you came in, you know, when Dixon was coming out. So did you see him as a back like that?
Oh, yeah, Perk has a heart of a lion. I think with his heart, I mean, there's nothing that you can tell him he can't do.
Is it all just physically? It just looks like he got overlooked a lot. So, I mean, it looks like he's gotten a lot better physically and mentally as he's gone on.
Oh, yeah, he really leads his group, and not just the group, but the offense. He's a leader on offense. And, he really stepped up as being one of the leaders on the team, and he's showing on the field.
Great game, just learning everything that we can to give us an advantage. So I feel like we're ready.
Everybody talks about this game meaning a lot. It obviously does, but a little special for you being a kid that came from Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, you know, growing up, all you see is Alabama, where I'm from. But I mean, they're a great team. You know, we just ready to go play a great game.
They ever recruit you at all? Or that ever hurt your feelings or anything? Did you grow up an Alabama fan or anything?
I really didn't have any feelings towards college sports growing up. So
Yeah.
You getting out there as a redshirt freshman and playing this year as a redshirt sophomore as well. How much is having a guy like Gabe Jackson beside you helped?
He's a great leader. He's helped me pick up my confidence, and he and Dylan Day, having them two right there, and knowing that on the other side, having confidence that I know that they don't hold it on the other side, it makes you want to play harder because they depend on you also.
Yeah, it was real big. It's like I got a monkey out my back when I did it. It's hard to score touchdowns in this league I'm in now, and I'm just grateful that I got it. They got to move on. That was last week.
Is it weird that I'm sure that you showed up every Friday night in high school thinking you were going to score a touchdown, and then you get to 2-a-days your first year, and you're getting cussed out, and then this year you're just you're just struggling to find the end zone, but it's not that easy.
It really ain't. Just like I said, it's hard to score. You actually got to do a lot just to get reps as far as getting in the game. So it's just going out there. Because at first I had to learn how to practice, and I think I probably got that down pat now. So that's how I did it.
Yeah, I think it was Tim Brewster that said you had that wow factor in practice, didn't always translate to the game day. So what was the key to making that happen on Saturday?
With me, I just like to try to get the balls in my hands, just get myself going a little bit. And once that happens, I just be ready to go.
Yeah, how much did that first catch? I think you had one catch and then you had the touchdown.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, once I caught that, I was ready to get into it.
Defensively against Middle Tennessee, is that something you think y'all have kind of had in you and maybe hasn't always shown up?
Yeah, it's just just relax sometimes. But I guess it's gonna come out. Guys, getting work to come out now.
What have you seen of that offensive line of Alabama? What makes them so tough to crack?
They were disciplined. They kind of try to keep themselves making mistakes and stuff. So I just watch what they've been doing and stuff like that.
I know Alabama can do a lot of things, but A.J. McCarron has 16, 17 touchdowns, 1 interception. Or no interceptions. How important is it for you guys to get some pressure on him?
Oh, it's very important. That's why we're working on all of it.
And how do you, when you talk about working on it, what do you do? Is it tricking them or is it technique? I mean, how do you do
It's
it?
just technique.
Well, how much of a group effort is it going to be? I mean, you see like Preston Smith, for instance, he's leading the team in sacks. He's a reserve. I mean, that's the kind of effort you're going to need just from everybody this week.
Everybody.
How much do y'all talk about that?
We'll talk about it a lot. Maybe we'll just talk about it.
Nico, how much of a push did Alabama make for you when you were at EMC? How much did Alabama make a push for you when you were at East Mississippi?
They tried pretty hard, but I guess that I didn't see myself fitting in over there, so I guess that's why I didn't.
Why not?
It wasn't, I'm more of I don't hate to say it, but I'm more like an underdog guy. I never just want to ride with the high dog like that. So.
That would make this game pretty important to you,
yeah.
because you're a 24-point dog.
Yeah.
Just talk about that going in. I mean, there's a lot of motivation, it seems like, in that locker room right now, even though you guys are 7-0, to still prove something.
Oh yeah, it's we got seniors stepping up, talking about what we have to do and keeping everybody motivated. I think it's gonna be a great night Saturday.
So to Coach Wilson, he said you've really come on well these recent weeks, and even though the stats might not show it, it's just what you're doing out there. You're forcing the offenses to adjust. You're making plays that maybe don't show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, I just he been getting on me about playing with technique, so that's all I've been pretty much doing, playing with technique.
Do you ever look at the numbers post game stat sheet and see who got tackles and sacks?
No, I don't worry about this stuff. I just go home, get in bed, wake up Sunday, Monday.
It's a good environment. I mean, playing out there with the board, Cam, all them stars or whatever. Banks, I mean, it's a great environment being out there with them.
You call them stars. I mean, the rate you're going, you may be a star yourself.
I'm just trying to play a big role in the team, make the defense better.
You look at Alabama, I know they rush the ball pretty well and pretty often. What kind of challenges does that present for y'all?
I mean, we're just going to go out there do our assignment. I mean, coaches putting us in the right position to make big plays, so we're just going to execute our plays.
Is there anything particularly different you do for them? I know Tennessee, more of a passing offense. change things up a little bit for Bama?
I mean, we're just gonna spike our gaps. I mean, we're just gonna run to the ball.
Do y'all get tired at all? We keep asking, everybody's getting asked questions about Alabama. We're barely talking about y'all. Do y'all get tired about that?
No, I mean, Alabama's a great team. I mean, Mississippi State, we're a great team. I mean, we're just gonna get them their props or whatever. We're just gonna go out there and play.
See any similarities between y'all two?
I mean, I don't really know.
How do you, two teams that are both good at turnover differential, quarterbacks are really efficient, strong run games, strong defenses. SEC West undefeated. It seems like this battle could be a pretty close one.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I mean, we're gonna go out there. I know both teams, us and Alabama, we're gonna go out there and play hard. I mean, it comes out to whoever execute the best to win the game.
How do you feel about, being there with Cam, just learning what he sees and how he makes calls? You picking up some cues that way?
Oh, yeah, I mean, me and Cam roommates in the hotel. I mean, we talk or whatever. We look through our tips or whatever, see if we're going to make checks. If he don't make a check, I'll make it. If he make the check, then I go by what he said.
Have you ever made a check and he made one different, you were right and he wasn't?
I mean, it both ways. I mean, I'll be wrong sometimes, he'll be wrong sometimes, but we'll just agree we trust each other to make the right check. So.
But, Alabama's quarterback, A.J. McCarron, obviously he's had a really good year. I mean, just watching film, what do you have to do to stop him? Is the goal to get a lot of pressure on him or to drop back and try to confuse him?
Yeah, we're gonna disguise. We're gonna play around with him. I know our D linemen, they're very great pass rushers, so I know they're gonna get a lot of pressure on him.